Hello, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so let's talk about some inner child work. This is one of my favorites because it really has changed my life. And so I'm hoping some of these tools can do the same. But yeah, let's talk about your logical mind versus your emotional mind. Okay, so if you have a thought and you're not sure if this thought is logical or you want to behave in a certain way and you're not sure if the behavior is logical, this segment is going to be helpful for you to be able to do the big three within that type of situation or dynamic. Okay. So let's do an example so that we can kind of figure out how best to engage with ourselves around this. Because remember, everything is within first and then outside of us. Okay. So let's say you have a partner and your partner, um, for whatever reason, is struggling to be there for you emotionally. Like you called them 5 times and they're just not answering. And the sixth time they do answer and they're very short. You're like, I'm busy, leave me alone. All of the above. Okay. So in your emotional mind, you may think, okay, I am not trying hard enough. I'm making them upset. That wasn't my goal. My goal is to connect with my partner, but they seem to not be there for me. And um, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I feel overwhelmed by this. I'm starting to feel anxious too. Okay. Now, if you check that thought for logic, you will notice that that thought is not logical. It's emotional. Why is it not logical? Well, because A, you can't control people. Two, you're not a burden on anyone, okay? They're an adult. If they are preoccupied or they got other things going on, they need to communicate. Adults communicate, okay? And number three, it's okay to want to connect with people. It's okay to want that. Okay. So, once you validate that this is what you're experiencing, and then you check to see if your thoughts are logical or if they're emotional, if they're not logical, that's when we know that more than likely it's the inner child inside of us that feels abandoned, that feels alone, that feels like their needs aren't being met, and they are relying, and that's the key, they are relying on someone external to them to meet their needs. Because that's what children do. Children need someone external to them in order to help them feel safe, in order to help them understand that they're loved and taken care of. These are all natural things for children. For adults, no, that's inappropriate. Okay, we need to understand that from ourselves. So, if it is not logical, our thoughts are not logical, then we know it's emotional. Then we know more than likely it's our inner child that's reaching out for reassurance and validation that we're okay. It is our job to turn around and to give that to our inner child. Okay, so how can we do that? Well, we need to do the big three, right? We need to take care of ourselves, align with our values, engage with others appropriately. Okay. So, what we can do is first validate. We always validate first. We validate. I hear you. They're not answering. You feel abandoned. You feel lonely. You feel alone. And that's very uncomfortable for you. I hear you. And you know what? It's okay. I'm here. I can provide what you need at this moment. But first, we got to check in and make sure that we understand what that is. So, what is it that you need? You feeling lonely? You need companionship? Okay. Well, let's call someone that does have the capacity for us. Let's visit a friend whom we know we could depend on. Let's go take our dog for a walk and listen to some good music. Let's wrap ourselves up in a blanket and read a book. Let's figure out other ways that we can get that need met. It's okay. You're not alone. I'm with you. All right. Now, if we chose to engage with ourselves in that way, would we be, one, aligning with our values? Yes, we would. Would we be taking care of ourselves? Absolutely. And would we be engaging with others appropriately? You bet. Yes, we would. Okay. So, I want to stress that happiness comes from within. Peace comes from within. All those cliches, emotional security comes from within. All those cliches we've heard all our lives, it's true. They come from within. As an adult, you cannot rely on external sources to give that to you. It has to come from you. You're the cake. You're both layers. You're the bottom layer and the top layer. You're the cake. Outside validation is the frosting. Yeah, frosting is good on cake. It's not essential. You are essential. Okay. Well, we're going to keep on with the inner child where we done stepped into the inner child now, honey. Can't stop now, so come on back. Let's explore. I'll see you in a bit.